Okay, friends, and we have reached Colonial Williamsburg. It does look like we have the shopping district and dining places out here on the left side. But we are here at Duke of Gloucester and Henry. We're just gonna walk all the way through to the end and view all these colonial houses right here. Oh man, the bugs keep following me. So Colonial Williamsburg is a living history museum and a private foundation presenting a part of the historic district in the city of Williamsburg, Virginia. Includes several hundred restored, recreated buildings from the 18th century when the city was the capital of Colonial Virginia. Right here is the House of Bowden Armistead House, 19th century, privately owned, not open to the public. So Colonial Williamsburg is really a reconstructed little town with 17th, 18th century buildings. There's also employees here that dress up costumes of people from that era. Like you could probably see like Thomas Jefferson or Ben Franklin walking around. But it's a cool place during the day. They have carriages going down the streets. They have the governor's place where you could actually go inside the building. It's like the governor's home. They have a lot of cool places. They have the courthouse. You could go inside the courthouse and see what it would have been back in those days. We've now reached Duke of Gloucester and Palace Green. On this street is where we have the governor's palace out there in the corner. And there it is, the governor's palace.
I'm going this way, bro. We always go this way.
Try to make a stop out there after we go around in a circle.
The one that like switched over, you can see where they sit by. It's the grand picture. See it all, baby.
Cool thing that if you're just walking out here on your own, a free walk, the buildings do have signs of who the building used to belong to or what kind of building it was. This right here says original building, so this is a still standing building, but this is more 19th century, not colonial. Coming up here in the front is what the courthouse was. Smaller courthouse. They would judge people for crimes there. And out here on the right side, that pointy shaped building right there, that was the ammunitions building. That was where they would store ammunition, gunpowder. So story is that, as you all know, if you've seen some of my videos, that the British were marching out to Lexington and Concord to seize the ammunitions from the rebels. They wanted to take all their guns away so they wouldn't have any power. But they actually didn't make it on time to seize all that gunpowder. But it is said that here in Williamsburg, the British actually did arrive on time to seize all the gunpowder from the rebels, and this is where it was at. That's the ammunitions building of Williamsburg. built in 1771 to house the James City County Court and the Hustings Court of the City of Williamsburg. This building served as the center of local administrative and judicial authority for more than a century and a half. Serving a cross-section of Williamsburg society, the cases heard here range from civil to criminal. The exterior was restored in 1932, and the interior fittings were reconstructed in 1991 to portray court justice in the late colonial era. So yeah, this is what the courthouse would have looked like in the colonial era. And if you didn't behave, this is where they will keep you to punish you. Forgot what are these called.
Oh yeah, look at the baby. Okay, look. Get out.
We'll walk on that side here in a bit, but that red house belongs to Peyton Randolph. I don't know, but these houses to me look beautiful. The brickwork, I just love it. Just look at this tree right here, how it's coming out. Live oak. So it says right here, this building is a reconstruction of the Red Lion. In 1768, barber and wig maker Walter Lennox moved to the Red Lion, where he carries on his business and has good accommodations for private lodgers. This is the Ludwell Paradise House, original building. Politician Philip Ludwell III built this house in 1753. Virginia's first female printer, Clementina Rind, lived and published a newspaper here from 1766 to 1774. Says do not enter, but there's a little creek right here. Maybe people live here. You could tell right now this town is a little bit dead, but I promise you guys that during the day this place is super active. It's so much fun. There is shows, there is actors. You could see British soldiers, colonial people walking around. So make sure you come out during the day. You buy the pass to be able to visit the buildings inside. So if you're around the area, come visit Colonial Williamsburg. It's so much fun, guys. And we've reached the capital right here. This was the British capital of Virginia, the center of British authority in Virginia. For most of the 18th century, it was where the people of Virginia passed laws, debated revolutionary ideas, and appeared in court and played for emancipation. And over here we're reaching what was a prison back then. Prison also confined Blackbeard's pirates captured in 1718. Wow, that's cool. They were confined until the day they were hanged. This is a cool house right here. There's a river that actually goes right under the house. That's pretty cool. I wonder if you could hear the stream inside the house. I wonder if it would let them sleep. The Peyton Random House. For more than 50 years, this was the home of Peyton Randolph, 1721 to 1775, who served the colony of Virginia in many of its highest governmental offices and became the first president of the Continental Congress. His father, Sir John Randolph, the only colonial Virginian to be knighted, lived here until his death in 1737. The original house is unusual for its 7 fully paneled rooms. The furnishings reflect the home of family prominent in the social and political life of the colony. So right here, coming up right in front of us, is the George Wythe House. George Wythe was one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. That's his home right there with the red door. Well, we didn't quite make it all the way to the front of Palace, but yeah, that's the home where the governors would live. Former homes of Thomas Jefferson and Patrick Henry, famous by saying, "Give me liberty or give me death." Does look like here comes a haunted tour over there. Pretty big tour. But one of our signers of the Declaration did live here. His name was George Wythe. In the mid-18th century, building was the home of George Wythe, tutor and friend of Jefferson. Wythe was the first professor of law at an American college and first Virginian signer of the Declaration of Independence. Also, he was the first Virginian signer. Washington used the house as his headquarters in 1781 before the siege of Yorktown. All right, guys, so I think this is the end of the whole trip out here in Virginia. Ending it here in Colonial Williamsburg. My sister did join us and my niece here on the last 4 days of this trip. But overall, it was cool, full of history, a lot of walking, a lot of exercise, which is good for me because then I don't get to miss all my exercise. But yeah, I hope my mom liked Virginia, because this is why we came out here, since me and Dad have already been out here.
Yes, we did.
Yep. I liked it.
I think she gave all her money to all the gift shops in all Virginia. Virginia State is now rich because of her. All right, guys, so I'm not sure what's going on here. When we showed up, there was like nobody here. Now that we're leaving, maybe
It's just getting started.
maybe because the sun is down and it's not as hot.
True.
But yeah, it's kind of full out here now. A lot of people just walking around, getting their daily exercise like we are. Okay, guys, so this is where we're gonna end the video. It's already getting dark out here, but fun day. Jamestown, Colonial Williamsburg. This is the end of the trip, like I said. We're gonna head back now to San Diego. We're actually gonna probably end up having to leave like at 1 or 2 in the morning, because I am flying out of Dulles Airport, which is like 3 hours away. And our flight does leave pretty early, like at 6 in the morning. So thank you guys for following along and watching. This was a Zeus adventure. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you, guys. All right, so we're almost done packing here. It's about 10 p.m. We're almost out of here. We're gonna start heading off at 12:30 in the morning back to Dulles. But tradition that we do is every time we do go on a trip, we cheers. And today's bottle is a champagne bottle. So this is to many trips with the family. I love my family. I love being with them, and especially being able to take trips for everybody's birthdays and travel the world. This was a Virginia and Pennsylvania trip for Dad's birthday. So happy birthday, Dad.
Thank you, man.
And
Thank you.
love you guys, and to many, 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 many more trips, okay?
Love you too.
Let's do a cheers. Cheers. Alright, so we dropped off the rental. We're here at Dulles now. About to go check in Delta early. It's about to be 4 a.m.